Welcome to Motivational Quotes Explained, where powerful words meet real-world wisdom. Today, let's dive into quotes that don't just sound good. They shift your mindset and elevate your life. These quotes are powerful tools to upgrade your internal dialogue. They are distillations of wisdom from some of the greatest minds, people who faced adversity and thrived. So, lean in, open your mind, and get ready to absorb strategies that can transform your thinking. Are you with me? Let's awaken the giant within. Alright, let's kick this off with a giant, a titan of industry, Henry Ford. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. This isn't just a clever saying, it's a fundamental law of human achievement. It speaks directly to the power of your belief system. What are you telling yourself, day in and day out? Because that internal conversation shapes your entire reality. Your mind is like a fertile garden. If you plant seeds of doubt, what do you think is going to grow? Weeds of inaction and self-sabotage. Your brain is the most powerful supercomputer on the planet, and it will work tirelessly to prove your dominant thoughts correct. So if you feed it negativity, it will find evidence to support that negativity. But what happens when you start planting seeds of I can, I will, I am capable? Suddenly, that same powerful mind starts working for you, not against you. When you believe you can, your energy changes, your posture changes, the way you speak changes, you approach challenges not as roadblocks but as stepping stones. Henry Ford wasn't just building cars, he was building an empire based on a relentless belief in possibility. He faced incredible skepticism, incredible obstacles, people told him it couldn't be done, but his internal conviction, his I can, was stronger than all the external you can'ts. And because he believed, he took massive, determined action. He innovated, he persevered, he literally changed the world. That's the kind of power we're talking about here, and it resides within you. So, ask yourself right now, what are the limiting beliefs you're holding on to? What are those I can't stories you keep replaying in your head? Are they really true, or are they just old programs that need to be erased and rewritten? You can choose consciously to adopt beliefs that empower you. It starts with a decision that says, I choose to believe in myself. Think about a time you absolutely knew you could do something even if it was difficult. Remember that feeling, that certainty, that drive? That wasn't an accident, that was your belief system firing on all cylinders. You can cultivate that state, you can make that your default setting. It takes practice, it takes conscious effort, but the payoff is immeasurable. The moment you shift from I think I can't to I know I can, the entire universe seems to conspire to help you. Resources appear, people step up to support you, solutions emerge from unexpected places. Why? Because your belief changes your perception, and your perception changes your reality. You start noticing things you were blind to before. You start attracting different circumstances because your energy is different. Now let's turn to a true warrior, Winston Churchill. Success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. This is the anthem of resilience. Success is not final. How many people, how many companies have reached a pinnacle of success? And then what? They get comfortable, they get complacent, they think they've made it, and they stop doing the very things that got them there in the first place. They stop innovating, they stop growing, they stop pushing the boundaries, and inevitably, they begin to decline. Success, true success, is a journey, not a destination. It requires constant vigilance, constant learning, constant adaptation. Then there's the other side of the coin. Failure is not fatal. Many people are paralyzed by the fear of failure. They see failure as an endpoint, as a judgment on their worth. But Churchill understood something crucial. Failure is feedback. Failure is a lesson. Failure is an opportunity to learn, to adjust, to come back stronger. It's not the failure itself that defines you, it's how you respond to it. Do you let it crush your spirit, or do you extract the wisdom, dust yourself off, and get back in the arena? The greatest successes in history are often built on a foundation of previous failures. Each misstep taught them a more effective path. Failure isn't fatal unless you allow it to be. It is the courage to continue that counts. Courage, not the absence of fear, but the willingness to act in spite of fear. The determination to get up one more time than you've been knocked down. That's where the real power lies. Life will throw punches, you will face setbacks, you will encounter obstacles that seem insurmountable. But what are you made of? Do you have that inner fire, that indomitable will that says, I will not be defeated, I will not quit, I will find a way, or I will make a way? That courage is a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Every time you face a challenge and choose to press on, you're building that resilience, that grit, that unwavering resolve. Chapter 3. The price of inaction. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Wayne Gretzky. Let's shift gears to the world of sports, but with a message that transcends any arena. The great one, Wayne Gretzky, famously said, "You miss 100% of the shots you don't take." Simple, direct, and profoundly true. This isn't just about hockey, it's about life. It's about the opportunities that pass us by, the potential that remains untapped, all because of one thing, the failure to act. What holds us back? Why do we hesitate on the precipice of action? So often it's fear. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of looking foolish, fear of the unknown. That fear can be a powerful, paralyzing agent. It whispers insidious lies in our ears. What if you're not good enough? What if they say no? What if you make a mistake? And so, we stand on the sidelines, watching the game of life unfold, rather than jumping in and playing full out. But Gretzky's wisdom cuts through that fear like a sharpened skate. If you don't take the shot, you've already determined the outcome. It's a miss, guaranteed. There's zero chance of scoring, zero chance of success, zero chance of achieving that goal if you don't even try. Inaction is a decision in itself, and it's a decision that often leads to regret, to the agonizing question of what if. Think about the energy that goes into doing something, the energy of worry, of indecision, of self-doubt. It's exhausting, and for what? To maintain a false sense of safety? The truth is, there's no real safety in inaction, there's only stagnation. Growth, progress, achievement, these things only happen when you step into the arena, when you take the risk, when you put yourself out there and take that shot. Now, does taking the shot guarantee you'll score every time? Of course not. Gretzky himself missed plenty of shots, every successful person has. But here's the secret. Every shot taken, whether it goes in or not, provides valuable information. It's feedback. You learn what works, what doesn't. You refine your aim, your technique, your strategy. Each attempt, even a miss, moves you closer to understanding how to succeed next time. The alternative is to learn nothing, to gain no experience, to remain stuck in the same place. Which path sounds more empowering? Which path leads to a life of fulfillment and achievement? It's the path of action, my friends. It's the path of courageously taking those shots, even when you're not 100% sure of the outcome, because the possibility of success, however small it may seem, is infinitely greater than the certainty of failure that comes with doing nothing. Chapter 4: The Power of Now. Do what you can with what you have, where you are. Theodore Roosevelt. Let's dive into the wisdom of a true force of nature, Theodore Roosevelt. His powerful directive: do what you can with what you have, where you are. This quote is a direct antidote to one of the biggest dream killers out there: procrastination fueled by the myth of the perfect moment. How many of us wait? We wait for more money, more time, more experience, more confidence, for the stars to align perfectly before we take action on our goals. But Roosevelt cuts through that illusion with surgical precision. He's telling us that the power to begin, the power to make progress is available to you right now. It's not in some distant future when conditions are ideal. It's here. It's now. Do what you can. This is about focusing on your agency, on your effort, on what is within your immediate sphere of influence. Not what you could do, but what you do. It might not be the giant leap you envision, but maybe it's a small step. Maybe it's making one phone call, writing one page, doing 10 minutes of exercise, researching one piece of information. It's about taking the actions that are available to you today, however modest they may seem. Because those small actions, compounded over time, lead to massive results. It's about progress, not perfection. Stop waiting to feel ready. Readiness is a result of action, not a prerequisite for it, with what you have. This is a call for resourcefulness. So often we focus on what we lack. I don't have enough capital, I don't have the right connections, I don't have the fancy equipment. Roosevelt challenges us to shift our focus to what we have. What skills, talents, knowledge, relationships, tools, or even just sheer determination do you possess right now? Get creative. How can you leverage your existing assets, no matter how humble, to move forward? History is filled with stories of people who achieved extraordinary things with incredibly limited resources. They didn't wait for everything to be handed to them on a silver platter. They found ingenious ways to make the most of what they had. Constraints can breed incredible innovation. When you don't have everything, you're forced to think differently, to be more resourceful, to find unconventional solutions. This builds strength, resilience, and a can-do attitude that is priceless. and finally where you are. Chapter 5. The Rhythm of Persistence. Don't watch the clock, do what it does. Keep going. Sam Levenson. Our final quote for today comes from the humorist and author Sam Levenson. Don't watch the clock, do what it does. Keep going. This is a masterclass in consistency, in the relentless power of persistence. Think about it. What does a clock do? It ticks. Second after second, minute after minute, hour after hour. It doesn't stop, it doesn't get discouraged, it doesn't question whether it's going fast enough, it just keeps moving forward steadily, reliably, consistently, and in that relentless, unwavering movement it accomplishes its purpose. There's an incredible lesson there for all of us striving to achieve anything meaningful in life. So often when we're working towards a big goal, we fall into the trap of watching the clock. We become impatient. We wonder, am I there yet? Why is this taking so long? We compare our progress to others. This kind of clock watching breeds anxiety, frustration, and can even lead to giving up prematurely. It shifts our focus from the task at hand, from the quality of our effort, to an external measure that we often can't fully control. Levenson's wisdom urges us to shift our mindset. Instead of being preoccupied with how much time is passing, or how quickly we're reaching the finish line, we should emulate the clock itself. Focus on the continuous action, on the steady effort, on simply keeping going. This is about embracing the journey, trusting the process, and understanding the immense power of compound effort. Small, consistent actions, performed relentlessly over time, lead to extraordinary results. Imagine trying to fill a large bucket with water, one drop at a time. If you just stare at the bucket, waiting for it to fill, you'll quickly become disheartened. But if you focus on consistently adding that next drop, and the next, eventually, inevitably, the bucket will be full. That's the principle at play here. It's about the power of showing up day after day and putting in the work, even when you don't see immediate, dramatic results. Your journey to greatness starts now. Motivational quotes are not just words, they're roadmaps to growth, courage, and purpose. They are concentrated doses of wisdom, designed to spark that internal fire and propel you towards your highest potential. Remember, the words themselves have power, but the real magic happens when you internalize them, when you live them, when you take action based on their truth. Let us know in the comments below which one hit home for you and how you plan to apply it in your life. Until next time, take these words, make them your own, and go out there and live an extraordinary life.